Hi, I'm Carl Hansen. I'm the Chief Executive Officer and founder of Accelera. I think my interest in science, goes way back. I can remember as a kid always being fascinated by how things work, whether that's how an airplane takes off or how ice cream freezes. And my parents taking the time to explain that and try to reveal a little bit of the magic of how the universe works around us. So that was probably the start of it. As I got into school, I realized that it isn't just a curiosity. It's something that if you understand, you can gain power to bend nature to good purposes. And that, of course, is technology. And so that's been an evolution and one that I think makes for a wonderful career. And I'm very fortunate to be in this place. I think you need to be curious, and you also need to realize that if you're building a company and you expect it to grow, then you're going to need to grow with it, and spending time to do the work on understanding the world in a broader way. So the things that are outside of science, knowing a little bit about economics, about people, about history, about speaking, and working actively on those, and building teams, of course, is really the secret to be able to keep up with the business and keep it scaling. And so if I was to say I have anything that has supported or helped me in that journey, it's a love of learning and a willingness to recognize where I'm deficient and then do something to fix it. When you set off to start a company, it's always around a new idea, and I think you can broadly categorize companies into two groups. So the first is you've got an idea that no one has seen, that's easy to execute, and it allows you to build a big business that scales quickly. Those are very rare. There are a few examples. People probably would know of them. And very often those ideas are also not very defensible. They're ideas where, because it was easy to do, others can quickly follow on behind you. There's another type of business that you don't see very often. And that's a business where there is something that is obviously broken in the world. In our case, it's drug discovery, where it's going to take a huge amount of work and dealing with complexity to solve it. And where climbing that mountain is so tough that many people will not pursue it and they won't set off on that journey. So my advice to entrepreneurs is don't be afraid of the difficult things. It is very often, because it is difficult, it is valuable. And once you've climbed that mountain, you actually have something that you can defend against competitors. When you're starting a company, one of the critical things, of course, is to get the team right. The first 5, 10, 20 people you hire are going to make and break the company. A lot of people believe that what you need to do is to fill in all the gaps, to bring in the people with the special expertise, the special skills. I actually think that's not the case. I think what you need to do is make sure you get people that have the capacity to develop and grow, that work well together, and that share a common vision of where they're going to go. Early on, getting that chemistry right and building the company and giving those people the opportunity to become masters of their domain, that is what makes for the foundation of a terrific business. Building a company is absolutely not easy. If you're going to succeed at that, I think there's a very important lesson in preserving yourself and making sure that you're paying attention to your own human capital. It is tempting, but it's a mistake to work too hard, to burn out, to ignore the other parts of your life that ultimately are going to sustain you on what is not a sprint but a marathon. So my advice to someone setting out on this is to make sure that you take care of your health, take care of your relationships, work super hard, but recognize when you need to back off so that you can not get depleted, but rather get stronger as you go down the journey.